Our featured middle school ensemble this year is the Gautier Middle School, under the direction of Louise Smith. I think one of the most special things about being able to serve on the board is having the opportunity to invite your friends and colleagues to share their talents and gifts with your other friends and colleagues throughout the state. I feel fortunate to be able to count Louise as a dear friend, and I'm grateful to her students for their willingness to perform for us tonight. Please help me welcome Louise Smith and the Gautier Middle School Band.
Good evening. My name is Brandon Wilson, and I currently serve as the Director of Technology in the Stone County School District. But I spent many years in the Pascagoula Gautier School District as both the Director of Bands for Gautier and later as the District Fine Arts Coordinator. It is my great pleasure to welcome you this evening to the performance of the Gautier Middle School Band. Tonight, the first selection you heard was Encanto by Robert W. Smith, conducted by Miss Louise Smith. With a dynamic and robust brass fanfare at the beginning to a whirlwind finish, Encanto takes the listener on an incredible journey that highlights the power of the Young Wind Band. The next selection this evening is Variations on a Childhood Melody by Mississippi State University's Dr. Clifton Taylor. Starting a young band musician is a privilege as a director and teacher because we have the opportunity to experience the full growth of their musicianship skills. In this concerto, the goal is to go on a developing musician's journey, from the simple melody of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to virtuosic variations. The soloist takes us through different levels of musical experiences. To honor this musical growth process, Gautier Band is dedicating this composition to our longtime beginning band coordinator and director, Mrs. Stephanie MacArthur. For 10 years, Ms. MacArthur started each student in the Gautier Band, and a great deal of our success is attributed to the work she did with our beginner students. Unfortunately, Ms. Mack is not able to be with us in person this evening, but she is tuned into the live stream. If you could please join with me and turn to the live stream camera and wave hi, and let's send some love to Ms. Mack. Thank you for your participation. In addition, our clarinet soloist this evening is Miss Mack's daughter, Miss Catherine MacArthur, a Gautier Band graduate and a current student at Mississippi State University. To conduct the world premiere of Variations on a Childhood Melody, please welcome to the stage Stephanie's husband and Catherine's dad, Mr. Chris MacArthur. Away in a Manger is a popular melody during the Christmas season. Most Americans are familiar with the Mueller melody, but that is not the only setting for Away in a Manger. The other setting, which is standard in Britain, Ireland, and Canada, is known as the Cradle Song. In A Carol of Two Mangers, arranged by Robert Sheldon, both melodies are introduced and played alone. After exploring both melodies, Mr. Sheldon combines them in a beautiful celebration of our holiday season. To conduct A Carol of Two Mangers, please welcome to the stage Gautier Director of Bands, Mr. Christopher Chandler. The word taiko refers to a broad range of Japanese percussion instruments and also the form of ensemble drumming itself. Within the composition, 3 drummers are featured to create an exciting soundscape of rhythm, harmony, and texture. To direct taiko, please welcome Assistant Band Director and Director of Percussion, Mr. Reed Parker.
for them being here. And it reads, Louise Smith and the Gautier Middle School Band in recognition and appreciation for the featured middle school performance of the Mississippi Bandmasters 86th Band State Band Player. And here's an actress December the 12th. Another little side note, I remember asking Miss Louise and Miss MacArthur at this clinic 2 years ago, and I remember all of a sudden both of them went together. Okay, these kids, they're in 6th grade, and now here they are as 8th graders, and it's just amazing to see what they've done over the course of 2 years. They would just barely could play their instrument, and it only had it for just a few months, and then over the past 2 years to see what they worked in order to make this fantastic concert occur. So let's give them another hand before
It takes a village to raise a child, and teachers play an incredibly important role in the village. All across our country, teachers inspire students to wonder every day. Communication and the passing of information is key to solidifying wonder and leading children in the discovery of something great. Wings of Wonder by Tyler Grant works to give a soundscape to this phenomenon of wonder and communication. Starting with a lilting melody in the flute, this melody is passed around the band. As the melody is passed through different sections, more communication is generated through alternate melodies. All of these themes come together in the end for a glorious conversation between all the instruments in the band. Commissioned by the Gautier Middle School Band, Wings of Wonder is dedicated to the CCSSO 2024 State Teachers of the Year cohort, a group who inspire students to wonder and believe in their dreams. To conduct the world premiere of Wings of Wonder, please welcome back to the stage, Miss Louise Smith. A great number of things had to occur to get to this point. So many thanks are necessary. First, thank you, Mr. Daniel Wade, President of the Mississippi Bandmasters Association, for the invitation to perform this evening. We appreciate you for entrusting us with this huge opportunity. What you see on stage doesn't just miraculously happen. It takes a great deal of support behind the scenes, and parents are such an important stakeholder of a band program. They're holding the kids up when they want to quit. If you have a student sitting on stage right now, please stand up and let us recognize you. In addition, the faculties we work with have been so gracious this past year. It truly takes a village, and Gautier Middle is one of the best for students. Thank you, faculty, for coming together and supporting the band program. It also takes great leadership to build great villages. Our principal, Mr. Cedric Covington, has done such a great job in his first year as lead administrator. Thank you for always listening and supporting these students, Mr. Covington. If you'd please stand, we'd love to recognize you as well for the work you're doing in Gautier High School. Lastly, thank you for being such a gracious audience. If you feel led, there's a Google form on the back of your program. Please feel free to drop some positive words of praise or encouragement to the band students. Ms. Smith will print and copy those comments to the students on Monday. The final selection this evening is Fireburst Fanfare by Roland Barrett. The title of this energetic curtain raiser comes from a term used to describe a supernova. Supernovas, or supernovae, are exploding stars that can shine 1 billion times more powerfully than the sun. Most reach their maximum luminosity a few days after they occur and shine intensely for several weeks before gradually fading from view. At the peak of their brightness, these exploded stars are often luminous enough to outshine an entire galaxy and may radiate as much energy as the sun would emit over 10 billion years. In the year 1054, Chinese astronomers recorded a fireburst so bright that it was visible during daylight hours. The explosion left behind a pulsar and a huge cloud of gases and dust known as the Crab Nebula, which can still be seen today. To conduct our final piece this evening, please welcome Singing River Academy Band Director, Ms. Jennifer Sills.